Right now, a mother speaks out on getting justice for her son after he was shot and killed outside Beloit Memorial High School. Plus, the U.S. and its allies look to put economic pressure on Vladimir Putin as Russian forces continue to advance on the capital of Ukraine, how you can help the people of Ukraine. And a number of mask mandates are set to end next week as COVID cases continue to drop in Dane County. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
I'm torn, I'm crushed. I told my kids I don't sleep.
A woman whose son was shot and killed this year would love to be able to have just one more conversation with him. Instead, she's forced to direct her words to others, and she has a direct message for whoever pulled the trigger and whoever's helping that person hide. Brad Hamilton back from Beloit tonight where he spoke with that mother. Brad?
Eric, Teresa Jackson says Jayan's death has been beyond devastating, but the grieving mother remains focused on one thing, which is getting justice for her son.
There's a lot about Saturday, January 29th that Teresa Jackson simply cannot comprehend.
He was special to us, and I just don't understand how a person can I'm just still trying to figure out, how does a gun get involved in a basketball game?
Jackson's son, Jayan Broomfield, was at that game that night, a high school showdown at Beloit Memorial High School.
The first thing I asked, was Jayan in this fight? And they was like, nope. He was just standing there next to a girl, and he got shot.
Beloit police say that Broomfield died at the hospital, taking away her 19-year-old child, a brother, and a friend to many.
Somebody lost their kid here. This wasn't like Jayan just lost a leg. He lost his life.
Dozens of people saw this shooting happen, but early on, no one was talking. It led Beloit's police chief to angrily call out people for not speaking up, and it gave Jayan's mom another thing that she could not understand.
This no snitch policy, I don't agree with it. I don't care. I don't agree with it. And whoever's helping him run, because he has help, whoever's helping these people run, they need to be in jail too.
Beloit police have since developed a suspect, 19-year-old Amari Goodall, but he has not been caught. A police spokesman told us today that they are actively searching for him. Jackson understands these investigations can take time, but as each day passes, her family's confusion and their pain grow.
He never even got a chance, Never got a chance to have no kids, never got a chance to live on his own, never got a chance to be his own person, really.
Jackson is grateful for all of the efforts in this investigation, including Beloit PD and all of those who have come forward with their tips.
Brad, and anyone with information on Goodall's whereabouts is urged to call police 608-757-2244 or the Greater Beloit Area Crime Stoppers 608-362-7463. Well, with a weekend ahead of us, the snow behind us. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here is meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
The snow and the ice. It was a bit of a busy week for us in the weather office. The good news this weekend does look much better outside. Here's a look at our Doppler track over the last 3 hours. Some light flurries for southeastern Wisconsin, but most of the area turning into a clear and calm evening for us. Our snow depth this morning, adding on a few more inches. Most of southern Wisconsin, at least in the 1 to 3 inch range. Areas northwest of Dane County, creeping more to the 3 to 6 inch range. And then, of course, well north of Rhinelander, that's where the snow is really piled on for us. So a nice fresh blanket coming through for us this morning. Out here on the patio, we had about 3.5 inches of accumulation. The most coming through for Milwaukee area, almost 6 inches of accumulation in the last 24 hours. Now this weekend and most of next week will stay dry. Let's plan on sunshine for Saturday and Sunday. Cool temperatures, but a little bit above average for both afternoons. Our next opportunity for any precipitation doesn't creep in until the end of next week. Right now it's really trending towards a scattered rain shower event for us Friday heading into Saturday, but we'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. Today, President Biden held a phone call with Ukraine's President Zelensky for more than 30 minutes as Russian forces move closer to the capital of Kyiv. A senior U.S. defense official says the Russians have been slowed down by a resistant Ukrainian military, which has been bolstered by citizen volunteers. Meanwhile, the Biden administration moving forward with sanctions against Russian President Vladimir Putin.
In alignment with the decision by our European allies, the United States will join them in sanctioning President Putin and Foreign Minister Lavrov and members of the Russian National Security Team.
There is also mounting pressure to cut off Russia from the international banking system, which is known as SWIFT, with more Western leaders now signaling support. Russia's attack on Ukraine has many people in southern Wisconsin looking for ways to donate to help people in need. The BBB's Wise Giving Alliance says there are a handful of charities that are BBB accredited, meaning 20 different standards for accountability, meaning you can trust that your money will go where you want it to go. Right now, those include Catholic Relief Services, Direct Relief, Global Giving, International Rescue Committee, and Save the Children.
Not every charity is doing the same thing, so keep that in mind when you do your background research. Make sure that the charity that you're giving to is what is important to you and what they're doing over there.
You can still give to an organization that is not accredited with the BBB, but experts say there are a few things you should keep in mind or ask yourself before giving, and you can find those things on our website, channel3000.com. And we're keeping track of all the latest developments in Ukraine in a special section at Channel 3000. There you'll find the latest news from Ukraine and what the U.S. and its allies are doing. You can find that section right on the homepage. Just scroll down to Crisis in Ukraine. And President Biden traveling to Wisconsin next week after delivering his State of the Union speech. According to the White House, the President and First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, will stop in Superior on Wednesday to discuss the $1 trillion infrastructure law. He signed the sweeping infrastructure package into law back in November. Governor Evers ordering flags to be flown at half-staff tomorrow in memory of former State Representative Daniel LeMahieu. LeMahieu passed away February 18th at the age of 75. He served 12 years in the Assembly before retiring. The same year, his son Devin was elected to the Wisconsin State Senate. LeMahieu later saw his son become Senate Majority Leader. Services for LeMahieu will be held tomorrow in Oostburg. UW lacrosse police say they are searching for a missing student. 25-year-old Hamoud Fall was last seen early Sunday walking alone. Tomorrow at noon, volunteers and law enforcement will start their search in quadrants. The search will conclude once all of those quadrants have been searched or before dark. In an interview with News 3 Now, Madison State Representative Samba Balde, a longtime friend of Fall's stepfather, described the UWL student as respectful, calm, collected, and focused.
This could be anybody's child. This could be anybody's family. And so the reason for being friends, families, neighbors, co-workers, and all this stuff, and a community as a matter of reality, is to be able to be there for each other.
Balde expects at least 100, but possibly as many as 200 volunteers to help in the search, some from as far away as Madison and the Twin Cities. Fall is active in the Sun Prairie community, including volunteering at the Arabic school in the city. With just a few days left in Dane County's indoor mask mandate, health officials say COVID-19 cases continue to drop quickly. From February 7th to the 20th, Dane County recorded an average of 215 new cases per day. Last week, the 2-week average was 359 per day. As of today, 62.2% of people 5 and older are considered up to date on their COVID-19 vaccinations. 21% are considered fully vaccinated without a booster, and more than 12% are not vaccinated. The Wisconsin Department of Administration says most state employees will no longer be required to wear a mask starting March 1st. The weekly testing program for state employees also will be suspended effective March 13th. Vaccination status reporting requirements will remain in place. Also, the Wisconsin Department of Corrections reopening its facilities for in-person visits starting March 1st. That includes attorneys, volunteers, and contractors. As of yesterday, there were 77 people with active COVID-19 cases in DOC care and 22 DOC employees with active cases. The CDC outlining a new set of measures for communities with less of a focus on positive cases and more on what's happening at our hospitals. The new system greatly changes the look of the CDC's risk map, putting more than 70% of the population in counties where COVID is posing a low or medium threat to hospitals. UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff says he's interested to see if there will be differentiations between the vaccinated and unvaccinated or for people at high risk.
It's overall optimistic to even be in the position where we can have these more nuanced conversations about when we need masks and when we don't need masks. Further optimistic is there isn't really a variant like on the horizon right now that would suggest that at least for a period of time, hopefully for a really long period of time, we can continue to pull back these mitigation efforts.
He also went on to say that while everyone is hesitant, things at UW Hospital starting to feel a little bit normal again. Police say a tenant who lived above a Sturgeon Bay bar that burned down, killing 2 people in the process, has now been arrested. The 57-year-old man is in the Door County Jail on probable charges of second-degree reckless homicide and second-degree endangering safety. Authorities say 9 rooms above Butch's bar were rented. The bodies of 2 tenants were found in the rubble of the burned building. A 3rd individual was injured in the fire that happened early Tuesday and was taken to a Milwaukee burn center. Police say the arrest followed multiple interviews. A Kewaunee County mother pleading no contest in the drowning death of her 7-month-old child. 24-year-old Cheyenne Weirix has been convicted of neglecting a child, resulting in death. 2 other drug counts were dropped. Weirix said her son found the baby drowning in the tub February 9th last year. A complaint says she admitted to watching YouTube while the children bathed for several minutes. Sentencing scheduled for May 18th. A 37-year-old Appleton man faces charges for his 4th OWI and multiple other offenses after a low-speed chase in a stolen skid steer. Police say Tyler Peschke stole the skid steer near the Appleton-Grand Chute border. Neighbors say they were baffled by all the commotion. Brian Walbrun thought it was a city employee scraping ice off the street, but when the vehicle came back through the neighborhood again, well, it brought some company along.
I saw the plow, the skid steer, and then a whole line of cop cars behind them, following them. That's when I realized this wasn't a city employee plowing the streets, but somebody running around with a stolen skid steer.
At this time, there are no reports of damage other than the tracks on lawns. Police haven't said what Peschke's motive was for taking that skid steer for a ride. Coming up, a music conference coming back to Madison, how it'll help aspiring musicians make it in the industry. And the Snow Snake Games are underway, where you can learn about the traditional winter game and try it out for yourself.
Watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 now at 6.
It's your last chance to save big at Ashley's President's Day Mattress Marathon Sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these, only at Ashley.
I want to have $1 million when I retire.
Oh, great goal.
So where do I start?
Well, first you set up automatic transfers into savings. That can add up pretty quickly.
For me, working on putting $1,000 into an emergency fund got me in a good saving habit.
Already on it.
Then put together a plan to get rid of debt and maximize your investments. You know, Summit helped me do.
Oh, that's great. I love how Summit gives people the knowledge and confidence to go after their goals. It's your money. Own it. Summit Credit Union.
These days, we're spending more time than ever before at home. Where the perfect pendant can spotlight your newfound skills in the kitchen. Where the right chandelier takes daily dinner from basic to brilliant. And where your decorating choices are all of a sudden illuminated. With Patriot Lighting, your lighting becomes a reflection of your personal style. Modern, sleek, eclectic. Whatever your pleasure, we have hundreds of options to make your home shine a little brighter. Find your style with Patriot Lighting, only at Menards.
Instead of being impartial, media outlets have become advocates for the Democrat Party. They got Joe Biden, who campaigned from his basement, elected president. Now they're covering up the disasters his policies created by attacking and censoring anyone who exposes the failures. But they can't hide inflation, higher gas prices, and rising crime from the people devastated by them. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message. I will continue to ask questions and uncover the truth.
It's your last chance to get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin is on now at Ashley.
Welcome back. Happening tomorrow in Madison, the Between the Waves Music Conference returns virtually. It has been 5 years since the inaugural music industry event. Each year, the conference provides the tools and knowledge to help musicians earn a living making music. After taking a year off, founder Roy Elkins explains what emerging artists can expect at this year's event.
Show musicians how to make a living making music, and not necessarily just from live performance. You know, we all want to get on stage and perform. That's the best job in the whole world. But there are other good jobs too that you can make a good living doing this.
Butch Vig, known for producing Nirvana's Nevermind and a member of the band Garbage, will headline the festival. You can still sign up. Just go to btwmadison.com to register. The Friends of San Damiano is hosting this year's Snow Snake Games at the San Damiano property in Monona. Snow Snake, a traditional winter game played by Great Lakes region tribes on frozen lakes in long grooves made in packed snow berms. The Snow Snake itself is a smooth hardwood stick with a snake-like head. Snakes are then slid down the grooves of the snow, and the one that slides the farthest wins.
It was games to not only socialize with each other and to stay in shape, and compete against each other, but also to keep their hunting, spearing arms in good shape by shooting a snake down the course as you see here today.
The games were divided into 3 age groups. There were also bonfires, hot chocolate and cider, and a history lesson about the game and the tribes that played it. Still ahead, it's the last call for those looking to buy Packers stock. Plus, Berkey fever is back. We head up north to see how the annual event is doing after being modified for the pandemic last year. Plus, temperatures warming back up over the weekend. Dana's got your complete forecast next.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it. It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special.
Order Color's Ultimate Beauty Package today and get 40% off.
That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Thousands of skiers are heading up north to Hayward to compete in the annual American Berkey. What started back in 1973 with just 35 skiers has now evolved into a week-long event for everyone. Quinn Gorham reports.
The excitement of Berkey fever is back.
Today, the streets of Hayward were alive with the sounds of cheering, laughter, and of course, barking. The Berkey is in full swing as both the Berkey, a skijoring race, and the Berkey, a Nordic skiing race for kids, kicked off Thursday for the first time since 2020.
They have thousands of people jamming Main Street. Even for some of these early events, the Berkey dogs are out here having a great time. Soon there's going to be thousands of kids down here.
Executive Director Ben Popp says in a typical year, the Berkey draws roughly 13,000 people. But with last year's pandemic modifications, that number dwindled to just 4,000 in-person competitors.
It's been now 2 years since we've been able to do this, and talking to people, they are so excited.
The return of that tight-knit community is bringing together people from all over the country. Margot McElveen from Massachusetts and Lauren Usolowski from Iowa are just 2 athletes who met on Main Street while watching the day's events.
You get to just meet people who all are up here for some reason, and just everyone's so friendly and just open to meeting people.
It's an energy McElveen says she missed.
It's always a big family reunion and friend reunion. You get to see all of your ski friends and just take in the whole skiing environment.
And Pop says there's something to enjoy for just about everyone, even for those who aren't competing.
Come on out. It's really just like a celebration of winter. So yeah, we hope to come see you here in the Northwoods.
And the Berkey runs through the weekend. If you plan on going, masks are required indoors, optional outside. The snow arrived just in time for those games, but things look like they'll be quiet for a bit. Here's Dana with a complete forecast.
Eric and I both have dogs, so next year we'll have to be up there for the Berkey, the bark Berkey. I think that's what comes next out of all this. We finally have a little bit of light snow on the ground, a little extra light snow coming through after a dry several days. Overall, our Doppler track now pretty quiet. We have a few light flurries for southeastern Wisconsin, but our area becoming mostly clear overnight. That's going to transition us into a pretty pleasant and sunny weekend. High pressure just off to the west, steadily building in. That's going to help clear away some of that cloud coverage, keep things pretty calm actually for us for Saturday, Sunday, and even into the start of next week. Temperatures will stay mild. We're in for a pretty quiet stretch for the 10-day, which is actually pretty nice after a few events coming through over the last 5 days for us. Overnight skies becoming mostly clear. Temperatures will drop by Saturday morning at daybreak down to the single digits. For Saturday afternoon, plan on mostly sunny skies. It's going to become a bit breezy outside in the afternoon when speeds picking up a little closer to about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Gusts could get into the mid to low 20s. Afternoon high temperatures will be in the mid 30s. Now for Sunday morning, not quite as cold outside. Temperatures early in the day on Sunday dropping down to about 20. Afternoon high temperatures will yet again be in the mid 20s or mid 30s for us for Sunday. Highs tomorrow again about 36 in Madison. It will become breezy in the afternoon, wind speeds picking up late in the day, but it will be sunny outside and a little milder, adding on a few more degrees from where we're at, and it's going to help get some of the sidewalks and driveways cleared up for us tomorrow. Our temperature profile next week into the start of March, a little bit above average, and then that trend of warmer air pulls off to the east. For the middle of March, we start to see this cooler trend built in that does line up with what we're looking at for our 10-day. Well, once we get through next week, as we start to march through March, temperatures will be back trending below average, a little cooler stretch expected. Sunshine for Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be in the mid-30s with overnight lows dropping close to 20 for us for Sunday morning, into the teens for Monday morning. And then notice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, highs will be close to 40. It'll be pretty comfortable outside, still dry and sunny for the start of the week. We stay there with that dry and sunny pattern through the middle of the week, and our next opportunity for any precipitation doesn't build in until late in the day on Friday and into Saturday. Right now, this does look like a rain event, as temperatures will be in the low 40s on Friday and overnight lows expected to drop down to the mid 30s, and we'll stay in the 40s for afternoon highs on Saturday. Behind that, we cool down a little bit back down to the mid 30s for afternoon highs, but not expect to see a lot of rain for us until we get towards the end of next week.
All right, Dana, thank you. Packer fans have until the end of the day to buy shares of stock in the historic franchise. So far, the Packers have sold more than 197,000 shares. That money raised goes toward further improvements at Lambeau Field. Fans interested in buying a share can do so online. They cost $300 a share. It's only the 6th time the Packers have held a stock sale.
And coming up in sports, it's a border battle weekend for the Wisconsin men's hockey team. Why this series, though, means a little more for one Badger. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray. Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical is back. Don't miss Hairspray.
At Overture, February 22nd through 27th. Tickets at overture.org.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-6947. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-6947.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2022. Nominate your favorites online, including Beef Butter Barbecue for Best Barbecue and Best Curbside Pickup and Takeout. Nominate Beef Butter Barbecue today at madisonmagazine.com.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray, Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical, and we're dancing our way to your city. Don't miss Hairspray.
At Overture, February 22nd through 27th. Tickets at overture.org.
Saturday morning, we'll meet a man that can craft poems of any sort in just a matter of minutes. Plus, we'll have the latest on when we may see our next snowfall. Julie and Searette will time it out in your certified most accurate forecast Saturday at 5 and 8.
Remember way back before the season began and the expectations outside the Wisconsin men's basketball program were pretty low? Like picked to finish 10th low? Well, if the season ended today, they'd be Big Ten champs. And thanks to Ohio State beating Illinois last night, the Badgers control their own destiny with 3 games to play. The big one is Tuesday when Purdue comes to town, but up first, gotta go to Rutgers on Saturday. We're a little over 30 minutes until Wisconsin drops the puck on their best-of-3 series against Bemidji State in the first round of the WCHA playoffs. And in the 4 meetings this season, the Badgers have outscored the Beavers 18-3. But this time around, they're a little banged up. Kennedy Blair missed the regular season finale with an injury. Good news, though, she practiced this week, and as Mark Johnson put it, everybody is a little beat up right now.
At this time of the year, I would say a majority of players have some aches and pains and whatnot. I find if you win, they don't hurt as bad. If you lose, then they tend to, carry on for a day or two. But the big thing is to get in a good frame of mind, get themselves physically ready to play Friday night, and we're navigating in a good space right now.
The Wisconsin men renew the border battle rivalry with Minnesota tonight, so it's also a big series for Tony Granato's squad. But it's even bigger for goalie Jared Moe. The junior played for the Gophers for the last 2 seasons before transferring to UW. And when he officially became a Badger, Moe asked Granato for one thing, and it's coming true tonight in Minneapolis.
When he came here, he just, one thing he said, hey, can I make sure I play against Minnesota? I said, yeah, I can make sure you play against Minnesota. And it's not to show them something, it's just because that's where he was. And he, I remember what it was like when you get traded from a team and you go back to that city, how special it is. And this is a big weekend for him as well, just from, that's where he started, and he wants to go back there and have a big weekend.
Big weekend for him. Nice weekend for us, Dana?
It is, yes. You listened to my forecast. Thank you. Sunshine Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures in the mid-30s. Temps tonight will drop down to the single digits, but Saturday night we only fall down to about 20 to start off our Sunday morning. For the start of next week, highs will be close to 40 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so a mild and dry start to the work week. Our next chance for precipitation doesn't build in towards the end of the work week. Right now it looks like rain showers developing late Friday heading into Saturday.
All right, Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Enjoy your evening, and Charlotte will rejoin me tonight for News 3 Now at 10.